Good day, everyone. I'm Ouspenskaya. Welcome to Virtual Concert Halls. We are an independent broadcasting platform for musicians, music managers, music educators, and music lovers. We are dedicated to streaming live performances and panel discussions. We connect musicians with their audiences and with each other. Our guests join our programs from their own locations around the world. They bring and share their musical gifts, their expertise, their personalities, their dreams, their projects, their plans. We present our guests' opinions and we hope that our audience will benefit from hearing different and maybe sometimes even conflicting points of view on classical music, music aesthetics, business, and other topics which we raise throughout our programs. Our guest today is James Welch, a pianist, conductor. He's also instructor at the SUNY at Fredonia School of Music and co-owner of Progressive Musicians. Today we'll have a discussion about the festival competition which James organizes with his team. Welcome, James. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's great to be here and really happy to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's a great pleasure to get to meet you, to get to meet your team, to learn about your wonderful projects. And I understand that the deadline for one of the projects which are coming up is also coming up very soon. And
Yep.
that's a competition which you are proposing for young musicians to enter. You are a co-creator of Progressive Musicians Festival and the competition. So today I want to ask you a few questions which may often be on the mind of music teachers, students, and their parents when considering to enter this competition or that competition, and maybe we can shed some light to what makes your competition stand out.
Certainly.
Yeah, if you can just maybe say a few words about yourself and about the competition, that would help.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, I'm James Welch, and I've been a professional musician, pianist, well, my whole life, and I teach. And a couple of years ago, some of my friends and colleagues got together, and we thought we'd like to do more for students and just musicians in general, and how can we do that? And over time, we've created this competition, which has just really brought a lot of educational value, I believe, to a lot of musicians over the last year through two events now. And our mission is to help all musicians of all ages achieve their goals and advance artistically. So we do a lot throughout the competition process to help everybody make improvements.
So I hear that you're focused on the educational aspect and on making the improvements and on helping the contestants who enter your competition grow. How do you approach that through the programs which your competition offers?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because it's quite an interesting process. And we thought of this long before we were cursed with COVID here. But we wanted to do an online sort of competition to begin with, at least, where contestants would submit their performance videos and then they would be evaluated by judges. So this means that they wouldn't be eliminated from the competition right away, but evaluated and then given 2 weeks to make improvements and resubmit again. So everybody gets to make improvements to their performance and work with their teachers through the help of our esteemed judges. And that was the first unique aspect that we really thought of, that we had to just run with right away.
That's a very interesting concept. That really makes this concept of your competition stand out. So your contestants get a chance to resubmit after they worked on
Yes.
improving based on the judges' comments which they receive.
Yes. Yes. So,
It's really, don't you
go
think
ahead.
it's really important for the competitions to think of a concept which will make that competition stand out in this situation which is saturated with a lot of competition opportunities for students. This is the first time I hear the competition approaching a program is a mixture of contest and educational instruction. How did you come up with the idea?
Yes. I don't remember exactly what brought the idea forward, but it was just like I've participated in many international competitions, so have my friends and colleagues, and many times we're cut after the first or second round, and we're like, well, why? And they won't tell us. And that's their right. We're not complaining about that, but it's just like, how could we do better? And nobody ever tells us. And we thought, well, why can't we offer that to people? Why can't we help them become better? I mean, even if they don't win a prize in the end, why can't they get something great out of this and maybe be eligible for a prize on the next competition they applied for, whether it's for us or someone else? And just the improvement in itself needs the improvement in itself is satisfaction in itself. I guess I don't know. I'm tripping on my words here, but
But
that's
definitely, that
yeah.
is a value because for a lot of students, competition is not the end of their career. For professionals,
No.
neither. It is just a step on a journey, and when contestants can step firmly on the instruction and suggestions given to them by very high level professionals, that's the best way to step onto the next stage, whichever one it is, another competition or a different performance opportunity which they may have. But I have another question regarding other people who are involved with students' education and they're competing, and that is, for instance, teachers. How do you see teachers benefiting from sending their students to your competition?
Well, we've already received word back from many teachers after competitions. Uh, Most every message was a thank you to the judges for either saying, "This is what I've been trying to say to my students all along, but what you said helped make it more real for them," or "I never thought of saying it this way, but thank you," or "Thank you for these techniques, they really worked." And so we were in the beginning planning stages of this. We were thinking, well, maybe there is a way that we can help the teachers, but hadn't really thought that far ahead about it. And it's it was a nice surprise to receive many messages from many teachers over the last year thanking us for that stuff.
That's wonderful. So you have already built a community of teachers who have the respect for the competition, experienced it. How many competitions have you held up to date?
We just finished our second one a couple of weeks ago, and we're starting up the third one. Well, the applications are open now, and through February 9th. This competition will be greatly different than the other competitions that we've had thus far. That is, we're going to be a festival and competition all in one. Now, the first two rounds of this festival competition will be almost exactly the same as the other competitions. Contestants submit a video, they get evaluated, and then they're given 2 weeks to make improvement, and they submit for the second round. But this time, instead of going on to a winner's recital or being cut out of the running, we are going to select contestants to be in the semifinal round. Now, the semifinal round comes with many really neat opportunities, and the first one is a live masterclass online. So each semifinalist will get to play for one of our professional musician, teacher, clinicians live online and get live criticism and feedback. Also, I mean, we'll open that to the public, so teachers, family, and anyone can come and watch this and get free information, free ideas out of that as well. But each contestant will get to play for the clinicians. And then afterwards, we give them another 2 weeks to make improvements before continuing to the semifinal round. After they perform in the semifinals, then on to the finals. I should probably mention each semifinal round is per instrument family: strings, piano, and voice, and winds. And so they'll compete within each other's instrumental families. Again, I'm tripping over my words because I'm not the greatest public speaker here, but
You're fine.
but
you're making
they'll
it very,
compete
very
with their
clear.
families, their instrumental families, and we'll take the best of those to the finals, and then to the winners recital, which involves you guys.
That's right. So, but in the finals, are they also competing within their instrumental family?
For the finals, they're competing against any finalist, but within their age division. So we're not going to have a 6-year-old competing with a 40-year-old professional. I mean,
Of course, that's right.
We have 6 categories, and those categories remain constant throughout the whole competition and festival. There's ages 5 to 9, 10 to 13, 14 to 18. We have an adult amateur division and a collegiate division, and then a division for professionals as well.
Oh, that's so wonderful of you to include amateur musicians. I
That's
think
very
that's
important. Yeah.
so important. I believe I'm with you, and I believe firmly that amateur musicians are. There's a lot of people who are great musicians, but they're not professionals, and they're underserved.
I agree. I have so many friends that I trained with that really decided in the end that they just didn't want to do this for a career, but they never stopped playing. And
That's right. They need
and they're
opportunities
wonderful.
too.
Yeah.
I herald the Claiborne competition for amateur musicians, and some of them are pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
But you don't have
Definitely.
to be, an extraordinary performer to really enjoy to share the music with other people. So
No,
this
not
is
at all.
really important that you're giving this opportunity to all age groups. So let's just summarize: all ages grouped appropriately within their own, smaller group of age group, and you include amateurs as their own group, and you have also a group for professionals. Is that right?
Yes, and a group for collegiate students.
Okay. And all of these people in the semifinals are going to be competing within their family instrument.
Yes.
However, in the finals, they will be only grouped by age, and all instruments will be in the same part of the finals, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, very clear. Now, there's so many competitions now, and I wouldn't be surprised that the parents and the teachers sometimes get lost, and sometimes maybe ask you some tough questions. We ran our own competition, so I'm going to draw on that experience and just ask you some tough questions if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Okay, question number 1 was asked more than once by parents who really wanted to come out and learn more about us so they can trust us more. Do you ever get asked by people, how does the competition spend the application fee money?
Oh, yes. Yes. So
Okay, if you
I'm
don't
glad
mind
you asked
sharing.
that. Yes. Well, we do have a pretty big budget that goes to many expenses. Well, number one, we have to pay all the judges, and we have to pay all the master clinicians. We have 11 judges, and we have 14 master clinicians, and where
That's
I mean,
huge.
yeah, I mean, all with very high credentials. So, I mean, we do try our best to pay them fairly for their time and expertise. But
Oh, that's
it
that's.
gets costly
I want to
sometimes.
applaud to that because in current situation, so many professional musicians lost their stream of income because all of our concerts are canceled practically, and you are providing a stream of income to our colleagues,
Yeah,
and that is really wonderful way to spend the application fee money.
definitely. And if I might add, I really think that, I mean, unfortunately and fortunately, that the COVID pandemic played to our advantage in this case because there are some fine musicians that I don't think would have had time to do this had
That's right.
they not had their concerts not been canceled. So we're very fortunate for that, that they can lend their expertise. They have the time to, and yeah, and yes, it gives them a job back.
Yeah, and this is also wonderful for the contestants. This may be a unique opportunity for contestants to enter a competition, some other competition other than Tchaikovsky or Queen Elizabeth, and get a feedback and get your clinicians to work with them, who normally probably would only accept an invitation from a very big name competition.
Yeah.
So this way, the contestants get a chance to get closer to those great musicians and to learn from the best.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah, probably. Yeah, and let's see, what else do we spend our money on? Well, we have bills to pay. General operations, communications. I mean the website bills. I mean like all the online resources. I mean none of that's free. It's not totally outrageous, but I mean there's a monthly expense that goes into that, and of course. You guys at virtual concert halls are going to be streaming our winners recital, and we have to pay your staff for the time and expertise. And so, I mean, there's a lot of money going into this just even before we give out the prizes.
Now let's talk about the prizes.
Sure.
I saw on your website that you offer a substantial amount of money towards the prizes. So what are those prizes, if you could just describe them?
Sure thing. And, it's kind of funny. I wrote this, but I don't have it memorized. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Just take your time,
Yep,
find it.
sorry. No, I tried to look on the website and I turned on the stream. Okay. Okay. So, prizes. Grand prizes are for each age category. The professionals get 500. The collegiate get 400. I believe the adult amateur gets 300, and the other categories get 300 as well. I believe, but it's all on our website, and I just, I'm a one-man operation in many ways, so
Yes,
I
of
just
course.
all the information spinning up here, but it is there on our website, on our link. So, and thank you. It's ticking across the bottom there.
Yes.
So-
For everyone who is watching and who wants to find out more about what prizes the competition offers, the website is on the ticker under there, and you can just go there and see it.
And if you are watching on our website, just scroll down. It's right there. So-
That's right. Now let's talk about this, which we just saw coming up on the screen. I see Prog Muse Live. What is that?
Okay, so we've been offering some really nice promos for college students, professionals, or teachers that may have 3 or more contestants. We've been offering a great deal on the application currently. We are extending that deal to anybody who watches this video today. If as you're typing out, as you're checking out, type in promo code ProgMuseLive, and you'll get 50% off on the application fee. And we're already running an early bird special through January 26th, which is an amazing deal to begin with. But this promo code will give you 50% off in addition to that.
Ooh, in
Yeah.
addition, so let's not miss that. In addition to the current promotional campaign the competition is running, everyone who is watching this program currently can type in this code and get additional 50% off the application
Yeah.
fee. Now, James, let me.
If I could just add really quick,
Please.
This promo code is not a secret, so you can share it with whoever you want, but we will not be putting it on the website. So
That-
if you can't remember the promo code or whatever, just send us a message on the website. I'll write back, or one of us will write back, and we'll tell you what it is. So.
Yeah, just please reach out to www.progressivemusicians.com/festival competition 2021, and you will be able to reach James Welch and his team if you couldn't remember the code. Now, Do you get other challenging questions asked by your prospective contestants, their parents, or their teachers?
I think the biggest one that we're asked is in regards to the time length of the repertoire, because we list the rules for the first and second round. It's 7 minutes, and but on the application we leave a blank spot for two pieces, and so some people are like, "Can I play one? Can I play two pieces, 7 minutes each?" And that um, that's not the case. We mean 7 minutes total. So you could play two short pieces as long as it doesn't go over 7 minutes. And then the same for the semifinal round. I think it's 10 minutes, but you just can't go over 10 minutes. But you could play more than one piece if they're short.
Okay, now that brings you to the next question. A lot of times, parents and sometimes teachers too ask, what happens if my piece is written by the composer to be longer than 7 minutes? Am I going to get penalized? Should I make cuts before submitting the video? How should people handle, because time limits did not exist in the time of Mozart and Chopin. So
Definitely.
they didn't know our time is going to be measured by seconds like it is now. The times
Yeah.
have changed. But people want to know ahead of time if their video is going to be penalized.
Yeah. No, and I need to say up front here too, I hate time limits. I'm always late to everything, and I'm always running long with everything. So I get that frustration too. And I mean, I wish it could be unlimited. But it's just in the best interest of time. I mean, we'd be here for months trying to listen to all these videos if we didn't set some sort of time limit. But it's if you happen to go over by a few seconds or even like close to a minute, don't worry about it. Yeah, longer pieces. There have been some cases where we've allowed it, but I mean, we just ask that you try to pick as wisely as possible with that. And if you're going to go over by a minute or something, it's not the biggest deal, but maybe just ask us first.
Sure, but whatever the system your judges use to evaluate the videos, the question always is, my piece is a bit longer, or maybe quite a bit longer. Am I going to get penalized for submitting the piece which is too long?
We haven't penalized anybody.
Now, another
It's
question then.
no.
Do you suggest people take cuts, or just cut out a repetitive
Oh,
section of the
well,
piece?
yeah. I mean, if that's the case, yes, we do suggest maybe don't do any repeats. If it's a concerto and the pianist wants to break down the interludes, the orchestral reduction a little bit, and make cuts that way, that's fine too. Or you could just do one movement of a big work, or and then if it was a segue, just find a way to end it. Like I know the Bruch Violin Concerto is like the famous "How do I end this piece?" 'Cause
That's
it
right.
segues
Of
right
course.
in, and most people just kind of, boom, right on a G minor chord, or
That's right.
bunch of things like that, and that's totally fine. But
And
yeah,
we also want to make sure we underline that you guys are very open to people getting in touch with you, right?
oh,
If they have any
definitely.
questions,
Yeah, yeah. Email,
ask
call us
questions.
anytime. We have a regular in the last couple of competitions who likes to call and text every couple of weeks with a question, and I do my best to get back to him as quickly as possible. And
That's right.
we've
And
had a
right,
few others too.
yeah, and right under our window, you can see the website running line. So please get in touch with James Welch and his team if you have any further questions about the repertoire. Now, next question. So the people pay the application fee, they submit the video, and then, as you said, the semifinalists will be chosen for those clinicians to work with them through masterclass kind of setting, which will be open to public. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes.
Now, will people be asked to pay additional fees for those clinics, for those masterclasses?
Nope. One fee takes care of all of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and anything that's live online is open to the public for free to watch.
That's incredible. So, what do you do with the videos which had been submitted? Do you compile them into a larger video? Do you upload them? Just walk
Oh
us
yeah.
through that.
The first round we won't do that because they're going to get an evaluation and make improvements, and the second round will be better. So we'll put
Of course.
those up, and we'll just post those on our YouTube channel and all of our social media and website for everybody to watch. And then the master classes are open. The semifinal rounds, people will submit a video, and we'll post those on a special event that we streamed through our own servers, and the same with the final rounds. With the winners recital, that's you guys.
Yes,
and
and that
everyone's
brings
live in their own homes.
yes, and please just to share with us why did you decide to step into this completely new format and offer your winners an opportunity to perform on a live virtual stage as opposed to submitting a video which is being uploaded or streamed, replayed. Your winners are going to taking the risk which not every professional even feels completely confident doing.
Thank you.
And yes,
I'd be nervous.
that's right.
I'd do
But
it.
a lot of professionals, of course, are becoming virtual performers now, in addition to being conventional performers. It's a big shift in our industry, and people are learning how to do it properly. People are learning how to broadcast those events properly, how to make sure the sound is good quality and all of that. But why did you decide to offer this as an additional expense to an already very expensive operation you're running?
Well, yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad you asked that. During our last winners recital, which was all pre-recorded, I remember right in one of the breaks, I saw a message from you, and you're like, "Have you considered this?" And I checked it out after everything was over with, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so close to what we originally wanted to do." So maybe a lot of people don't know a little backstory here, but the winners from our very first competition, which ended in July of last year, were supposed to play in Carnegie Hall this fall. And we had reserved that, and we were all set up, and of course, everything's closed, and we don't want anyone to get ill or sick or
Of course.
anything. International travel's all shut down too, and visas and all that. So it's just it's just not in the cards for us right now. So we've delayed that. But then for the second competition, it's like, well, we can't even offer something like that. We don't know when anything's going to be available again. And then your message came, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we have some live outlet, and I don't have to figure out how to do that because that's kind of where I draw the line in my tech capabilities. But it was like, we can finally offer a live program, and nobody has to leave their house or studio, and they can play, like pianists can play on their own instrument.
Exactly.
And it's like we need to investigate this and see how this would work, and it's going to work out. So
Absolutely. Well, we ran a lot of live performance shows, and people get a little bit nervous at first. They're not sure about their tech. They're not sure about their lighting. They're not sure if their computer is good enough, and many of those worries, which we all resolve. And in the end, people really enjoy the virtual stage, and we get feedback from those who had experienced it that it feels like a real stage. Just in a different format, and people get a chance to really exercise their usual stage presence. They get a chance to bow. They don't need to click any buttons. They get taken care of in their green rooms. We set up their sound, their looks, their tech, and everything. So
and
we
they did
feel-
that with me just before this interview. We spent like 20 minutes doing it. They were great. This place was a mess.
Thank you,
Now all
James.
you see is one ripple in the sheet. So that's,
Yes. James, we have a question from one of our viewers, and
Oh, great.
we're going to put it up on the screen, and if you maybe can answer it. So I believe it's from
Oh,
a person
Ukraine.
from Ukraine.
Wow. Oh, that's great. We had two singers apply from Odessa in the last competition, and they were wonderful. Um,
Hi, Anna Polishuk. I hope you're watching because James is taking your question and he's going to tell you how to get in touch, right? For
y-
help.
yes. Well, we have all the information on our website. Did you have a specific question for me, or did you just want to know where to go to apply? Maybe we could put the website up again.
Let's see if we can just have the website up.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, follow that link, and our email is on the website. You're welcome to email us specific questions anytime.
Yeah, I think the question was general. Can you help the pianist from
Yes.
Ukraine to maybe enter and participate? I guess.
Oh, we can help you with everything. We can help you apply. We can help you play better. We can. We'll give you a spotlight showcase on our website. Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention as well. Um, all of the performers get to have their headshot and bio on our website and social media, and we do a little bit of an interview spotlight for all the semifinalists and finalists. So
Oh, that's so
yeah,
wonderful.
they really get it, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on our end, but it really helps give them a nice spotlight and a window into their lives. And I think in many times famous people or just stage performers in general are viewed a little bit differently, and it just helps everybody see, that we're all real people and we're all the same doing our own thing. It's just our job is in a brighter
Yeah,
spotlight.
absolutely. Musicians who are up top there are very accessible, very normal people. And we got a thank you from Anna Polishuk. Please apply.
Anytime. You're welcome.
Yes. Excuse me. James, I just want to offer you to maybe give some final comments to the contestants, teachers, parents. We're about to finish our program. If you have some kind of a concluding message you would like to share.
Oh, sure. Well, I just like to remind everybody the information is on our website, and you can email, call, text anytime, and we'll get back to you. And there's a lot of opportunity here. Don't forget that promo code ProgMuseLive to save 50% off. It's an amazing code, and you can share that with all of your friends, students, colleagues, enemies, whoever.
Enemies, I like that.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's a competition, right? No. I'm kidding. Everyone can use it, and yeah, I think that we covered quite a bit. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and Anna, I'd like to thank you and your team for helping us out with this today. And I mean, you've really been an amazing help, and just in the
Thank you.
last 2 weeks too, taught me an amazing amount of information about how to do some tech stuff on my own, which I was not looking to do, but now I don't see how I would do without. So I mean, everything's been great here, and thank you.
Yes. Thank you, James, and thank you for trusting us with the future winners of your competition. And I just want to thank all of our viewers. Thank you for joining. Thank you for corresponding with us. And please leave more messages, your comments. We would like to hear from you.
Where are they here?
Right there, exactly.
Okay, yeah,
And
okay.
it's a wonderful feeling to know that when you apply for a competition, you're not applying to some corporation, some people who are very far from our business. You're going to be in the great hands, the very caring hands of professional musicians who combine being performers, teachers, and being entrepreneurs, which is not uncommon. These are intertwined branches of our profession, and many professional musicians maintain their presence in all of those aspects of our profession. So when you call or text or get in touch with this competition, your call will be answered by this wonderful impresario and pianist, James Welch, who is a very welcoming, very caring, and very warm person who will help you with every question you have. And thank you for watching. Thank you, James, for stepping in and being
Oh,
part of
thank
our
you.
program.
Thank you,
See
everybody.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody.